we come to the conclusion of CAHOCON 2016. We are about to begin the valedictory function in a few moments from now, and I have the pleasure of comparing this all-important function at the conclusion of a historic CAHOCON 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure of requesting Dr. Alexander Thomas, President of Consortium of Accredited Hospitals Organization, to accompany the chief guest of this evening, Sri R.P. Singh, Secretary General, Quality Council of India, onto the dais, please. Dr. Thomas and Sri R.P. Singh. Please give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Following them, I would like to request Dr. Vijay Agarwal, Secretary General of CAHO, to accompany Sri Anil Relia, Director, NABL, onto the dais, please. May I have the kind presence of Dr. Sahadullah, Chairman, Organizing Committee, CAHOCON 2016, on the dais, please. Following him would be Dr. Nagendra Swamy, the Organizing Secretary of CAHOCON 2016. Thank you, gentlemen. I have the pleasure of requesting Dr. Nagendra Swamy to welcome the gathering, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have come to the concluding part of one of the very important conferences in the healthcare industry, where quality, accreditation, quality beyond accreditation has been discussed in the last 48 hours. At the outset, we are truly humbled by the vast number of delegates who attended this conference and made it a big day for us. It's my proud privilege to welcome Dr. R.P. Singh. Dr. Singh, presently the Secretary General of Quality Council of India, as chief guest for today's function, sir. Quality Council of India, an autonomous body of quality infrastructure and accreditation in the country. He heads this. He is a PhD and postdoctoral fellowship in physics from the University of Western Ontario, Canada. Dr. Singh is spearheading many other important schemes in the central government, which includes grievance redressal of public services, zero defect, zero effect model for MSMEs, and various Swachh Bharat mission issues. He is a champion of quality, and also today he is also developing the training and skill development leadership in the country. Sir, we are truly honored by your presence, in spite of your busy schedule, that you have accepted our invitation and come. That shows the importance that you give to this conclave. Thank you for gracing the occasion. I also welcome the two important partners of CAHOCON, especially the NABH and NABL, and Dr. Kalra has to leave for the flight little early. In his absence, we also have Dr. Anil Relia, who is the Director of NABL, gracing the occasion. I welcome you on behalf of the organization, sir. Of course, Dr. Alex, my dear good friend, who is the president of the CAHOCON here, and on behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome you, along with Dr. Vijay Agarwal, who is the Secretary General of the At the outset, Dr. Sahadullah, the chairman of the organizing committee of the conference, who has truly spent very, very valuable time with us, not only during the last 2 days, in the entire preparation for this conference. Sir, on behalf of the thing, I welcome you today. Also, all the sponsors and also the media people who have graced the occasion, I welcome them. No conference could be successful without the eminent speakers and the chairpersons and the guests who graced this occasion, made this a memorable event for us. I welcome all of you to today's valedictory function. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nagendra Swami. May I now call upon Dr. Vijay Agarwal to give us the present and future of the consortium of the Accredited Hospitals Organization.
Honorable Dr. R.P. Singh, Dr. Sahadullah, Mr. Relia, Dr. Nagendra Swami, Dr. Alexander Thomas. It is my proud privilege to make this presentation. Just 1 second. Regarding the present and future of CAHO. I think in 2 years' time, at least, there is a question in the minds of many people that what is this CAHO? They have not heard this name so often earlier. Well, this consortium of accredited healthcare organizations, which was created as late as 2012, towards the end in one of the conclaves of NABH. Let me tell you, friends, that probably this is one of the unique things which have been created in this country. I do not think that any other country can boast of having a platform for all the stakeholders which have been accredited. So it's a consortium of accredited healthcare organizations, and we are thankful that we are represented on the board of NABH, which is a very, very important milestone. Objectives of this consortium, as you can probably, these are all very logical. It is to continuously raise the bar of healthcare quality. It is to support NABH and NABL in whatever their activities are and to give them a feedback. But most importantly, it is to make visible the benefits of this accreditation to the various stakeholders, to the patients, to the insurance companies, healthcare providers, industry leaders. Because we may be depending only on NABH to do that, but ultimately, please understand one thing, that we as the accredited hospitals are the ones who are maximally affected by this visibility. Unless this visibility will be there, we are not going to draw the benefits of accreditation. And then to share our best practices with each other, to learn from each other, help in the CQI initiatives, and that is what has happened in the last 2 days, to provide mentorship to the non-accredited hospitals to come to the accreditation fold. So just to say that to fulfill these objectives in a very short span of time, like we have said, we have been holding communication workshops. Communication, lack of communication has been pointed out as to one of the very major reasons of patient safety issues in the hospitals. So communication workshops, more than 10 workshops have been organized over the last few years. And since there is now so much of a demand that we are bringing out the online version of this communication workshop. We are trying to create master trainers so that there should be zonal trainers present in all the areas. The last workshop was conducted as late as 26th and 27th of February in this year. We provided a very, very important role in facilitating the entry-level accreditation in this country. And we are very actively working in the state of Karnataka especially, under the leadership of Dr. Alexander Thomas. We promoted the adoption by the insurance companies that at least there should be an entry-level accreditation for giving insurance compensations. A guidebook has been also created. We are going to work on areas where we can again look at the direct benefit to the all accredited hospitals and all hospitals which will come into the fold of accreditation. And we found that energy conservation is one area where we have not been sensitized enough. We did a workshop, we did a roundtable, and we found that if hospitals were to adopt energy conservation strategies, they can easily save 15 to 20% of their energy consumption bill, which, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge amount of money for most of the hospitals. So we have now entered into even organizations like EESL, that is the Energy Efficiency Services Limited. We are working on the various strategies as to how to sensitize hospitals. We are also working with an organization called AEEE, that is the Alliance of Energy Efficient Economy. We are trying to work with them if they can study the data of 50, 60 hospitals to come out with benchmarks, which can help at least the newer hospitals while planning their energy issues. We require to have, again, training for disaster management, especially external disasters. You have seen during the floods in Chennai, or whether it is tsunami elsewhere, or it's going to be earthquake, we find that majority of the hospitals will probably not even be there to provide any disaster management. So we need to kind of work on these issues and come out with the kind of white paper. We need to come out with training modules. We need to draw the minds of the experts and then carry that information to all the hospitals across the country. Now, one of the areas that CAO has been now working on is in promoting technology. We are actively looking at technology solutions to monitor quality and improve functioning of the SCOs. And while we are doing it, I can tell you one thing, that the application of technology in healthcare is mind-boggling. I think we have been closing our eyes. A good number of hospitals are not sensitized to it. And as during this conference there is some amount of exposure, we already decided that in the month of May, we will have a whole day workshop for various technology solutions looking after various aspects of hospital functioning. So it will be right to see a good amount of a hospital management building system, supply chain mechanism, or hospital information system, prescription writing. There will be a huge amount of discussion whole day on technology. Now, part of advocacy, although advocacy we will go at least on, again, issues which have huge impact on patient safety. So we are a part of the National Steering Committee for Capping of Compensation in Medical Negligence Cases. We represented CAO as a task force for policy on public health in the government of Karnataka. We participated actively to give feedback for the biomedical waste draft rules when they were kind of created. We are also playing a role in promoting skill development. We supported the nurse practitioner course, facilitated Nurse for a Cause, and facilitated an MOU with the Health Sector Skill Council. Now, we have just kind of decided that, and along with the discussion with Dr. Kalra, that we are going to have CAHO certified professional for quality implementation. These will be like basic, first of all, professionals, and then we may come out with some advanced thing. These are for training mentors for at least entry-level hospitals. This will be a 3-day course which will be announced. Minimum criteria will be at least 3 years in operations in a hospital or a quality in the hospitals. We'll come out with more details. First batch of 15 will be selected across the country. And as I enhancing visibility of this organization is a very big thing, so we started to work on our website, which is www.kaho.in. Please do visit that site. This is still not under full developments, like a beta version, it is there. But we need your feedback, we need your suggestions to kind of improve it. Kaho Facebook page is updated almost on a daily basis, comes out with very new kind of inputs every day. Please join it and also make it, make it popular. Now, one of the things that I think may change the face of Kaho and our acceptance and visibility, that we are looking for an app which should give access to safer healthcare to the people of this country and even outside the country. So unlike other apps which are putting everybody and anybody onto their app, we are saying that this app will be listing the accredited hospitals across the country. So whether it is an accredited hospital, laboratory, blood bank, radiology services, etc., just like near your geographical location, a person will be able to search that this is my access to safer patient care. And we are looking at, of course, this kind of a project cannot be done just by Kaho alone, so we will be looking at very active help from Quality Council of India. We have Shri Singh ji here. We will look at SEPC, which is the Service Export Promotion Council. They have already also promised us visibility and help. So we'll see what other natural stakeholders to this project will be approaching them. So all Kaho members will be visible and they're available to anybody, anywhere. You have to give your data. People will be approaching you, some have already approached, but we look forward to your active support to make it a successful venture. We thank this company Ibhar, who has been partnering with us in developing this app, and we thank Quickwell, who will be approaching a lot of hospitals for collecting the data. We also came out with our newsletter. The first newsletter came out in the month of November. This is a digital newsletter. Now the second newsletter is already there on the website. Please go at kaho.in and you will be able to access on the newsletter. We find that again in the newsletter, we want your contributions. And at the moment, we are looking at things that we feel are very important from the point of view of nation. So this time, there are two major articles which have been put in the newsletter. One is that IMA has come out with a white paper on antibiotic policy. Now, like you understand that IMA coming out with an antibiotic policy, we have congratulated them that many more such steps are needed by them to promote the culture of safety, but please go ahead with them to read this. And another one is a telemedicine article that how telemedicine, that's the telemedicine experience of Apollo Hospital written by Dr. Ganapati. It also has the Kaho journey, almost like the whole report, which is there. And of course, it has reports on the various activities that we have done during the year. So there are zonal activities. So one of the important zonal activity we did was to take feedback on the 4th edition, draft editions were discussed, and we could hold these meetings in Delhi, Chennai, and Bangalore. And these feedback were then given back to NABH. There was a Kaho conference on patient safety in association with Max hospitals called Max Medicon on 22nd November. The nursing excellence meetings are being planned in Kochi. In partnership with NABL, we are again trying to do a survey of the impact of accreditation on the laboratories. This has been announced by Mr. Relia. We'll be getting their active support. They are the technical partners for KahoCon. Now, future is actually speaking, we have to strengthen zonal activities. You can volunteer yourself to be the ambassador of Kaho for your city, for your state. Kaho is nothing else but actually collating all of us together. And let me tell you that the opportunities are so huge. Like today itself in the morning, somebody is approaching that they are doing excellent work in organ transplant, especially eye donation. And he says, why don't you try to give let us say, promote eye donation in various hospitals, which is a mandate of our own standards. So we said, fine, this is the idea came, and we will come out with some creative kind of a poster. We'll come out with some creative material that can be sent to all the hospitals, at least to start putting it in their hospitals. Now, some of the hospitals may already be doing it. They can also volunteer to send it to us so that we can give it to everybody. So KAHO, I would say again, it needs to identify products and services for the benefit of every hospital. We need to develop training programs and trainers. We need to make accreditation more valuable for the healthcare organization as well as for the community. We need to make an impact at the international level. That's our next step that we need to make. We need to send more papers at ISQA conferences and be seen, visible. We need to see that the journey of quality in India is absolutely at par with the international standards. So register and become an active KAHO member, and to tell you that individuals also can associate themselves as an associate member. Applicant hospitals can also become an associate members. Regular membership is only open to accredited hospitals. My sincere thanks are to the active members of the governing committee. To the sleeping members, we will all try to wake them up again. But I would say that a lot of people, I would say, especially thank to our president, Dr. Alexander Thomas, for his dynamic leadership all during the year. Dr. Nabeen Patnaik, our vice president, who is here. Upasana Arora ji, our finance head, and she is like a great support to us. She is probably one of the persons who, from her own organizations, voluntarily has given 2.5 lakhs of rupees for this KAHOCon. Deserves a round of applause. My thanks to Amit Tomar, Dr. Amit Tomar, who has been our general manager, to Ms. Lalu Joseph, who has been our technical advisor and has done a great job during this year. We thank to institutions who have partnered with KAHO during this year, and I can name at least Max, Sir Gangaram Hospital, Fortis Escorts, Manipal, KIMS, Kokilaben in Mumbai, and Baptist hospitals. They have partnered with KAHO at least in one activity or the other. My thanks, I'll come specially to organizing committee a little later also, but my sincere thanks to Dr. Kalra and Mr. Relia for all their support in making this organization a great success. Friends, together, all of us can make a difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay, for taking us on a journey through the activities of KAHO and for placing before us the future plans to take this organization to international levels. And this certainly can be achieved with the support of all of us here.